There's a new cadence in the NFL week to week in the media. Oh, yeah. It's a new cadence. Aaron Rodgers shows up on Pat McAfee's show Tuesday, and then on Wednesday explains to the media what he said to Pat McAfee on Tuesday. That's the new thing.
Have you noticed that is really a thing?
That's the new thing.
Almost like he's his own translator.
Aaron says what's on his mind to Pat, and then on Wednesday says to the media that's asks follow-up questions, yeah, I said it. That's basically what it is.
Right.
And so the yeah, I said it is him saying that there's a whole bunch of mistakes being made on the team. I mean, 20% of the snaps is a lot of mistakes. And of course, people view it like Aaron's taking no accountability. He's saying I need to play better too. But when he says that there's 20% of the players making mistakes and some of these guys are still out there and maybe the guys should be sat and the guys who aren't playing should get the reps now, you're looking at the coach and saying, well, are you coaching the guys up or not? And this is a week after he said we need to simplify things. But he said that to the media after the loss last week against Washington. But he is he calling out the coach or calling out the GM or calling out the players? Yeah, everybody's getting called out. So he was standing in front of his locker, and the first item up for bids was the comment about, not getting enough snaps mistake-free.
With our guys, there's accountability. Sammy was on a pitch count, obviously, last week, so we couldn't get more plays out of him. But, we'd like to get Sammy back, though. Hopefully Christian can play this week. But they're just, when you're struggling on offense, you got to look at everything and the details. When there's just, there's been too many, what seem like simple mental errors. And, I'm not a robot up here. So I think people in this society have a hard time hearing the truth sometimes. So I'm going to hold guys accountable. Matt's going to hold guys accountable. Vrabel's going to hold guys accountable. JD's going to hold guys accountable. Ben's going to hold guys accountable. Steno and Bucket's going to hold guys accountable. And we need guys to focus in on the mental part of this.
There you go. There's two things. One, he's absolutely telling the truth that everybody needs to hear. And two, when he says what he's saying, and he said after later on in the conversation with the media that nobody's come up to him and said, you shouldn't be saying this stuff. Well, if he's calling out guys, first and second year players, they're not going to go up to Aaron Rodgers and say what gives. Yeah. They're not going to go chest to chest with the GOAT.
WTF, bro.
I don't know, but he knows his locker room better than we do. That's for damn sure.
True. I've never even been inside that.
And again, it's just the whole concept of where he opens it up to society as a whole can't tell the truth. It's just there are, again, in society, truths and facts, and people suddenly think that their facts are the truth when the truth is the truth and facts are facts. And, if you want to talk about society as a large, okay, different sets of truths and facts have arrived in this country, and their misinformation is everywhere. And your information is your information, and your information is your information. So if you really want to have a larger conversation, we can. But I don't know if this is indicative of society or not. Put it all together, Packers need to win a football game, and the problem is they got a very difficult uphill climb this very week. They need to win a football game. And if I may,
please do
dare to add my 2 cents on the all-22 front, I have 3 words for the Packers and their offense. Run the football. This may be a problem this week, too, against the Bills. Run it. You got A.J. Dillon, you got your own Quadzilla, and you got Aaron Jones. Sometimes they just disappear. 3rd one, 4th and 1. Roll A.J. Dillon downhill and see if he can hit the pocket and all the pins go flying.
A lot of business decisions get made when that big dude's rolling.
Let's see it. Let's see it and keep doing it and doing it and doing it until you do it and do it and doing it well. How about that?
All right, LL Cool J.
I represent Queens.
Okay, so that's my opinion on the Packers offense. That's also simple. That could be what Aaron's talking about, too. He knows his locker room more than all of us. And maybe he said just enough's enough and tell these kids it's time to wake up.
He's mad as hell. He's not going to take it anymore.
But the whole idea is just, again, you look at it and you're like, man, he knows the locker room. He could be telling the truth. Other thing is, like, he's not holding himself nearly as accountable in front of the media. Maybe he's doing it behind the scenes.
Maybe.
And the other way of looking at it is like, what kid's going to go up to Aaron Rodgers and say, hey, man, what you said on McAfee is just totally out of bounds. You got something to say to me, say it to my face. Maybe he's doing that too.
I would hope some guys are doing that, but
I don't know. Maybe it's not necessary because maybe he's right. Maybe he is seeing all those mistakes, and maybe they aren't being held accountable. And he's right. Maybe the coaches are holding everyone accountable. It's just the shot at society is the sort of stuff that, I don't need to hear.
Well, it's just Aaron's thing, I mean, he thinks he's smarter than everyone.
But the Packers need a dub.
Well, it ain't coming this week.
I don't know about that.
Come on, dude.
I believe I'm choosing the Bills on game day morning. I'll tell you that.
I mean, they're 2 touchdown underdogs for a reason.
Who the hell knows, man? Maybe they take my advice, roll A.J. Dillon downhill.
How are they going to stop Josh Allen? They couldn't stop Taylor Heineke.
I don't know. They've got the horses up front to do it. They can do it. It is possible.
It's kind of like what I said when I picked my 7th team. You don't want to bet against Rodgers, right, Rich?
Of course
you just
not.
Can't bet against
dude. The guy.
man.
I don't see the scales diminished, but you heard what Kurt Warner said. Everyone's a little bit off. That makes him a little bit off. They got to be on soon. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.